don't have time. Let's just start. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Hi. Been gone for a minute, but I'm back with the jump off. Not to be negative or Debbie Down or anything like that, but 2025 is starting off a little bit shitty. Just a little bit shitty. Trying to get into the full swing of 2025 has been a bit of a push, and I guess I pushed myself a little bit too much, and my body said, whoa, sit your black ass down. And so that's what I did. Folks, we are finally going to do my long-awaited fragrance haul. It's been long-awaited because if I wasn't being sent stuff, then I was buying stuff. But I think I'm content at the moment to where I, feel safe sharing what I have picked up or have received in PR recently. We have fragrances that I've talked about. We have fragrances that y'all have no idea about. And we also have fragrances that I have not smelled at all, which always gives us the cute chaos that we love so much on this channel. Of course, I can't wait to smell and share all of these fragrances that I have recently added to my collection. But before we get into today's video, of course, make sure that you are subscribed and make sure you hit that notification bell, boo, so you don't miss when I upload another video. Duh. After subscribing and setting those post notifications to all, make sure you give this video a big fat thumbs up because it's free. It really helps support the channel and it helps us to grow. And last but not least, if you are interested in trying or buying any of the fragrances mentioned in today's video, to make sure you shop via any available links and or discount codes down below in the description box because it really helps support the channel and you go buy it anyway. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. For today's lippy, I did an old school technique. After lining my lips with a brown NYX lip liner, I used a little bit of my concealer and blotted to give me this kind of muted, nude, 90s fine type of lip. And then I topped it with a Lawless gloss. This looks like it's pink, but it really goes on kind of sheer. And yeah. This is the lip that we got today. I'm not wearing a scent of the day. I'm working from home. I'm in my pajamas and we have a number of fragrances that I haven't even smelled yet. And maybe we can smell them on skin since we're working with a clean canvas. But let's go ahead and dive into the haul because we've wasted enough time here. Now, this first one was sent over to me from the team at Sniff. And this is their newest release, Me. I have had this for an ungodly amount of time and have not smelled it, because self-control and because I wanted to share this moment with you all and get, the real, raw, chaotic first impressions that we love oh so much here. Taking off that plastic. And here's a close-up again of the bottle. Typical Sniff packaging. Really simple pimple. And of course we have our magnetic cap. This has been leaking, which is unfortunate. This is Sniff's newest release and it's supposed to be a your skin but better experience. So let's see. Definitely musky, but there's also a fruitiness that I'm picking up. It's very subtle and it's not super sweet, which definitely lends this to smelling perfectly unisex to me. Anybody can wear this, anybody can wear anything, but y'all know what I'm saying. This doesn't smell like a super girly, fruity, flirty type of fragrance. Definitely an easy reach that you don't have to think about. Also getting a subtle woodiness from this, grounding it, bringing it all together, but it's still gentle and soft. This is definitely one I can wear, for days like today when I'm just lounging around the house and I'm running errands. Really enjoying how that fruitiness is playing into that musky woodiness I'm experiencing as it dries down. But it's like the skin. I'm getting like the skin of whatever kind of fruit it is. A peach, a nectarine. I don't know. I like that. As a freshie stand, I'm really enjoying how this is smelling first spray. But of course, I have to continue spending time getting to know the fragrance. And I'll definitely do that and fill you all in on my fully formed thoughts in an upcoming video. But first impressions, I like this, y'all. I like this a lot. Based on first spray, first sniff, and all of that, if you're a fellow freshie lover, I would definitely recommend getting your nose on this. Even if you're not and you're just interested in trying a clean, vegan, cruelty-free brand that ain't finna cost you 2 legs, 2 arms, and your firstborn, definitely recommend using my link and discount code to Sniff down below in the description box. I've raved about a number of fragrances from Sniff. That fruitiness on my skin, girl, Let me focus. Regardless, let's officially welcome Sniff's newest release, Me to the Family. Now, this next one was gifted to me, but not from the brand, unfortunately. This was gifted to me from my sis, Sheree Del Sol. She received PR from the brand Fleur, and this is their new release, Golden Rule, which they had like adhesive, so you can't really see it, but she gave me the travel spray, and shout out to her because I won't finna buy this because I didn't really have high expectations, and I haven't worn this one yet, but I have like tested it on the back of my hand. Here's a close-up of the travel spray, and I've tried a couple of fragrances from Fleur that I've talked to you all about previously on the channel. We've talked about Missing Person in passing, and I also had Tangerine Boy previously. Both travel sprays, Missing Person I returned, and Tangerine Boy I actually finished up. But this one is their newest release, Golden Rule, which I'll be honest in saying that I didn't really have high hopes for because of the coconut milk note. Coconut milk was definitely a deterrent, but what made me want to smell this is my beloved pear. And the pear, when you first spray this, is definitely there. It's juicy, it's sweet, it's fresh, and I don't know if I want to say there's a soapiness, but there is a bright freshness when you first spray this. There's also a little bit of kick. I don't know if there's some ginger, some pepper, or what in this, but something that definitely kind of tickles my nose. And there's a subtle creamy sweetness, but never too sweet. Definitely a sophisticated kind of fruity floral situation going on here. And if I had to guess what the florals were, it's giving white floral, jasmine, tuberose, something like that. And I feel like this smells familiar as well. I don't know what it smells like. Maybe it reminds me of that Flower Bomb Tiger Lily. Maybe that's what I'm getting remnants of. But I also feel like this smells like something else. Something, you know, tropical, solar, summery. But there's also like a warmth and a weight to this that I feel like not only adds to the sophistication and the maturity of the fragrance, but also lends itself to not be so summery. Like, I know how we can kind of pigeonhole coconut fragrances to, you know, summer tropical climates, but this has a little something in it that I feel like is why people are, you know, raving about this right now, in addition to big sponsor. Yeah, I don't know. This was basically exactly what I expected, and definitely not a love at first sniff. It's kind of mid and kind of redundant as far as I'm concerned. No disrespect though, no disrespect. Not my favorite, you know, not necessarily a love at first sniff, but I'll continue spending time with this and fully develop my thoughts and let you all know those in an upcoming video. But yeah, that's my real raw first impression of new edition from Fleur, and this is Golden Rule. Also got a really generous package from the team over at Finery. A number of these I'm not going to bother mentioning because they're re-ups and fragrances that I have already mentioned to you all previously in roundups and or favorites videos, fragrance trades, etc. Not to mention they didn't pay for no time slots, so we'll just do a quick overview of the fragrances that I have not touched on that are new to me. First one is Jungle Santal. This was sent over to me with their Christmas packaging, which is why it's bedazzled and bejeweled. You might remember the Not Another Cherry re-up that they sent me that's also, you know, bedazzled. But Jungle Santal, from the sound of it, seems like it's going to be an inspired version of Le Labo's, what is it called? Santal 33, which I do not enjoy. This one is giving that, but maybe a little more palatable, not as harsh. And what's in this? There's almost like a spa-like greenness to this, in addition to that kind of woodiness. But there's also something fresh and, I don't know, maybe citrusy. This one I can actually see myself actually spending time with, actually putting on my skin. Santal 33, not so much. It's got a little sweetness to it too. What if it dries down powdery? Okay. I thought I was gonna hate this, but ain't all good. Okay, Finery. Really casual, easy reach fragrance. let me get back to you on this one. But I likes this on the paper. Again, this is Jungle Santal. It's not showing up really well, but this is Jungle Santal from Finery. Since all of the other fragrances that Finery sent me were fragrances that we've already talked about, let's go ahead and move on to the next fragrance that was sent over to me. This was sent to me from the brand Future Society, and this is called Solar Canopy. My lighting's not going to really pick it up, and that's fine. Haven't unboxed this one just yet, but here is a close-up of the bottle. Really cute, really minimal, really simplistic. Shout out to Future Society for sending this over, and let's see. Oh, that smells pretty. There's definitely like a lychee, a rhubarb, something really tart and tangy when you first spray this. I don't know the note. Maybe a grapefruit even. I don't know. This isn't what I expected. I definitely expected with the name Solar Canopy that this was finna be something coconutty, something really beachy. And it's beachy, but without being coconutty, which I really, really appreciate, because coconut just gives me a hard time in fragrance. It's also something floral happening here too. Really, I don't want to say tropical, because it's not like when I feel like we associate tropical again with pineapple, mango, coconut, passion fruit, and it's not that. This kind of smells similar if you are familiar with Commodities Juice. It's giving me like remnants of that. I'm glad that this is not what I expected, because I haven't worn it just yet. I can't give you all too much, of course, so I'll definitely spend time with this, but I'll be honest in saying that I don't see myself spending no time with this no time soon, because it's giving spring, summer. You know what I'm saying? It's giving spring, summer. It's giving tropical vacation, but without coconut, which I'm so grateful for. I will report back my findings in the future, but if you have this in your collection, sound off in the comments and let us know your thoughts. But shout out again to Future Society for sending over Solar Canopy. Now this next one is a good little cheapie that I picked up at my local TJ Maxx. This was recommended and raved about on TikTok and on Instagram, I believe, by the Perfume Princess, who also has a YouTube channel. I'll make sure I have her link down below. But this is from some brand that I can't pronounce, but it's called Love Letter. I know you see the dent, but mind your business. Okay, let me see if I can. Abusan Perfumes Pastimes. Sorry for mispronouncing that. I'm not even going to say if, because I'm certain that I did. This one, as you can see from the dent, love it, okay? This is tropical again, but without coconut. There is guava, I want to say, in this. Really juicy, really guava-y. I don't know. But the guava is very prominent. So if you're not a fan of guava, maybe sit this one out. There's also a citrusy juiciness coming through as well, and some musk. So again, this is a fruity, fresh situation that I have been loving by itself. I've also been layering this. I wore this with the Perfume Princess's recommendation of Valentino's Donna Buona Roma. I topped this over some of my other fruity fragrances that I've been standing for lately, which you all know if you've seen my fruity but make it cold weather video. This is good. It's good. It's lightweight, but it's still present. You know what I'm saying? Very much a girly, fruity, dainty, good time. Good time. Especially if you want something tropical that don't have pineapple and mango. It's like a tropical mocktail. It's refreshing. It's a cleanliness, almost a soapiness to it. Me and Love Letter have been having a good time, okay? And if any of that sounds appealing to you, run. Do not walk to your local TJ Maxx. This is $15. $15 for 100 ml is unheard of. You can't beat it. And if you hate it, take it back. You know what I'm saying? Who cares? This is an affordable gem, which we love to see, especially in this socio-political economic climate. If you've watched my Instagram stories or if you follow me on TikTok, you've already seen this. And I'm not gonna stop wearing it. I've had this for maybe like 2 to 3 weeks, and y'all see the dent, okay? I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a liar. This you'll definitely see in my upcoming favorites video because I can't put it down. It's fruity, it's fresh, it's musky. It's a go-to, honestly, and I can't wait to see how this wears in the spring and summer because I've already been having such a great time with it. But so juicy, so good, so fun, so flirty. And again, this is, how do you say it? Aubusson Perfumes Love Letter. Moving on to another new addition that we've touched on already. This is new release from Clean Reserve, and this is Whipped Cherry. I don't know why I bother to even show this very, very white box. I'm not going to bother to show the bottle though. We won't waste time. I'll go ahead and insert a picture. We've already talked about this one. This is a cherry fragrance, but as the name suggests, it's whipped cherry. It's got a creaminess, an airiness, yummy, but sophisticated. A gourmand that's not nauseating, that's not childish, that's not offensive to other people. It's still light, it's airy, it's fresh, a cleanliness to it like most of the clean fragrances. It's fruity, a little sexy and addictive. Definitely edible, but still wearable. Delicious, intoxicating, and addictive, but without smelling like literal food, which I really appreciate because these days, everything just smells like a baked good, and I don't want to smell like food. So good. But I'm not going to deep dive too much into this. Like I said, we've talked about this previously on the channel already, so I'll make sure I have those videos linked in the cards. We also know that a number of you picked this up and love it as well, so sound off in the comments, let the people know I ain't lying. But again, so happy to have new Clean Reserve Whipped Cherry added to the family. A lot of fruity, floral situations going on here, but you know the vibes. Another one that we can add to that fruity lineup, I don't know, girl, stop. It's the new release from Kayali. This is Young Bougie Marshmallow 81. We've also talked about this one previously on the channel, and not sure if my dent is registering, but child, this is about gone. And my opinion hasn't changed. This is cute, it's girly, it's flirty, it's sweet, it's powdery, you know, gives you a milkshakey, creamy, airy, very musky, but it's super lightweight. So much so that I don't get the best performance from this, which is why the travel spread that I have, as well as most of this bottle, maybe not most of the bottle, let me not exaggerate, but a good portion of this bottle is already gone. Like, it's so good, like when you first spray it, but I need more, Mona. I need a little bit more. I need a little bit more. It's giving strawberry milkshake. It's giving cream savor. It's giving pink drink from Starbucks. It's even, to my surprise, garners compliments long after I don't even smell it on myself anymore, but the people love it. I mean, do with that information what you will, but if you just want to smell like a pink fairy princess and you don't mind a fragrance that doesn't necessarily project to you but may project to others, highly recommend getting your nose on new release from Kayali, Young Bougie Marshmallow 81. Another newbie to the collection that we've touched on in previous videos is new release from Hermes, and this is Barania. You may remember that I blind bought this at the recommendation from Abby with Love, also here on YouTube. I'll make sure I have her channel linked. She said that this was the designer fragrance of 2024. And I'm going to go ahead and round that out to 2025. This, as I told you all, it's just giving ladies of leisure. Okay? It's giving luxury. It's giving wealth. It's giving opulence. Really sophisticated chypre fragrance. Patchouli, oud, a little bit of fruitiness, a little floral. It just smells like a timeless signature scent of a woman that shops at Hermes, okay? I can't rave about this enough. Definitely not going to be one for everyone. And honestly, I shouldn't even say it's for a lady. This could be perfectly unisex. And don't get me wrong, this is not a beast mode fragrance, but in my opinion, this is one that does not warrant overspraying. And that's coming from an oversprayer. I think I did maybe 6 to 8 sprays of this all day on skin and on my clothes. And this also garnered compliments. This is one you can wear to formal events, on a sexy date night. You can wear it to work. This is giving C-suite, signature scent worthy, especially now that we're getting into cooler weather. Please. Sexy, it's sophisticated, and it's definitely got a, you know, vintage mature essence to it, but with a little bit of a modern spin. Regardless, this is just elegant, regal, classic, timeless. And I cannot wait to continue spending time with it this winter. 10 out of 10 would highly recommend. Again, this is Hermès' newest release, Bohemian. Another new addition to my fragrance collection that we touched on a bunch throughout the holiday season is this one I acquired at a perfume swap, and this is Tom Ford's Vanille Fatale. Here is a close-up of the bottle again, in case you're new here. Now, come to find out, Tom Ford actually reformulated this. Looking at the bottle and just what I pick up in the fragrance, I'm going to assume that this is the more recent formulation of the fragrance. Oh my god, that smells so good. Can't really speak to how this compares to the original formula. All I can say is this is my type of vanilla, okay? It's smoky, it's spicy, it's sexy. This is a grown, sophisticated vanilla. Subtle creamy sweetness. It even gets powdery as it dries down, but like, be clear, this is not a girly pink vanilla fragrance, and I love it oh so much. This is another one that garners compliments and just understands the assignment in cold weather. Oh my goodness. Like, it's gourmand but grown. You know what I'm saying? And it's perfectly unisex. Anybody can wear this. I've been having a great time getting to know Vanille Fatale this winter. And I'm not going to stop. If you are a vanilla fan, but you want to step it up a notch and you don't want to smell like a bakery, highly recommend getting your nose on this one. And again, this is new addition to the collection, Tom Ford's Vanille Fatale. Now, this next one was actually on my wish list for a couple of years. I had a decant of it that was an absolute love at first sniff, but I was actually able to acquire this at that very same perfume swap. And you might have seen a little bit of a sneak peek of this on my Instagram stories as well. Regardless, this is Tiziana Terenzi's Draco. It's not going to show up because the bottle is white, but this is actually my first Tiziana Terenzi edition, and I'm not even going to spray this because it doesn't need it. That's how strong. That's how strong this is. This is fruity, musky goodness, but in a really potent, powerful, projecting, powdery perfume type of way. Y'all know how we feel about alliteration here. Now, personally, I feel like I can wear Draco all year round, especially with how potent this is. But just to paint the picture, summertime, cookout, sundress, booty cheeks clapping with the white toes in a bottle is what Draco gives, okay? It smells clean, but it smells wealthy and opulent at the same time. And even outside, this will garner compliments. You've heard it from me. Freshie lovers, this one's for us, okay? You saw I didn't even have to spray it. I absolutely love this, and I am so glad that I was able to snatch this up at that perfume swap, okay? I snatched it up before anybody could get it. I ain't got to overspray this. I don't have to worry about reapplying this because it understands the assignment, and I am too pressed to finally have this in my collection. And again, this is not going to show up, but this is Tiziana Terenzi's Draco. Now, this one, if you've been tuned in, you've definitely seen in previous videos because I upgraded it from a sample to a full-size bottle. But you all know that the fragrance haul makes things official here. This is Creed's Queen of Silk, my first Creed addition to my collection. Let's go ahead and unbox her officially. Here is a close-up of the bottle of Queen of Silk again, and I'm not even going to spray this on a tester strip because it don't need it. This opens with saffron. That already tells you everything you need to know. There's some passion fruit giving you a little flirty, fruity goodness. There's also some florals, specifically white florals, making it really mature, making it really feminine, sophisticated. But what sends this over the edge, in addition to the saffron, there's oud, patchouli, incense, beast mode, bad bitch in a bottle, okay? There's no other way to describe this. Very feminine, but not girly, if that makes any sense. This is so sexy and lasts for all eternity. Another one that, as you can see, I don't have to spray on no tester strip, and one that I do not have to overspray. This gets compliments with little to no effort, and I love that for me because Creed ain't cheap. So again, this is new edition and first Creed addition to my collection, Queen of Silk. In 2025, we are checking off wish list items but walking with wisdom, okay? From a sample to a decant, and now we're here. I tried to hold out with decant, child, but I just couldn't hold on no more. This is Amouage's Love Delight. Love this kind of frosted matte, almost seemingly rubberized packaging. First time spraying the bottle, but I've already told you all how much I love this in my favorites video, I want to say. Oh my god, this is so good. Fruity, juicy, sweet, powdery, boozy, spicy. You have to be a fan of ginger if you would like to try this fragrance, because the ginger is very prominent and I find it to wear for a significant portion of the wear of the fragrance, which is actually a bit more palatable and less complex, in my opinion, to other Amouage fragrances that I have tried and tested. This is mouth-watering and delicious. This is one that I can spray a bit more than my other Amouage fragrances, but I still feel like I don't have to spray too much in order for it to stand up to, you know, cooler weather. I still get pretty solid performance from my skin. A solid 8 hours, especially on my clothes. And it's vanilla again, but without smelling like a bakery. Maybe not a bakery in America. Maybe a bakery in another country. You know what I'm saying? Because there is a gourmand facet, but it's still sophisticated and still smells like you got some money. Especially once you get into that cypriol and the dry down, it just really elevates it. Not the typical obnoxious room filling experience that we've talked about with other Amouage fragrances on the channel, but still present and still garners compliments, might I add. I'm so happy that I have the full-size bottle so I can stop babysitting that decant, because I've had enough. Regardless, I'm so happy to have the full size of Amouage Love Delight in the family. So folks, that about wraps up today's fragrance haul. Definitely sound off in the comments and let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you tried any of these fragrances, especially the new ones. And if you haven't tried them, if you're interested in trying them, let me know that too. Of course, if you are interested in trying them, make sure you shop via any available links and or discount codes down below in the description box, because it really helps me out. After shopping the links and or discount codes and after commenting on today's video on your way to watching another video of mine, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. Please be safe, and I'll catch you in the next one. 10,000 steps from the time of your life. All right. Ooh, hello lighting. Come on back. Filthy. Ever since I went to my foot. Ain't no trouble, woman. I don't even have time to pose for a thumbnail. I got to go.